Okay, here it is, the Swordfish with the float kit installed. We're going to be running the ZOHD 5000 milliamp hour battery 4S. I'm going to be using my goggles 2 with a Radio Master Boxer. I also got a run cam, thumb cam underneath the back for some rear footage, and a DJI O3 pan camera. Stock electronics that come in the return to home kit, ESC, flight controller, all that good stuff. Really the only thing that's been added is the video system and the float kit. We're going to take this thing out, see how she flies, see if we can fly it upside down, all kinds of different modes. So let's get at it. And as always, make sure to head over to my channel, look in the description. Got a couple videos so far on how we got here, parts that I used, my iNav settings. Just go through the channel and look, and check out all the links in the description. Now on to the flight. Alright everyone, up and flying. Say that rear thumb cam is pretty freaking sweet view. It is pretty cool. So I'm up flying. I got obviously my OSD shown here because I got my goggles too. So we'll start at the top here. I got my cell voltage on the left. After that, I have my my milliamp hours used. And then next to that, that is my amp hour per mile. So this is kind of like an efficiency. Obviously, the lower it goes, the more efficient the craft is. Kind of wanted to see what this thing would do with the weight. You guys can check this against yours. It's just an iNav setting. Next is the flight controller temperature, the IMU, and then the barometer temperature, and then my sat lock. Look down the bottom, I'm flying in manual mode right now, and just trying to, the plane flies great. The plane flies great, just requires a little bit more power because of the added weight and the drag of these floats, which, you have to consider that was going to happen. So for a good chunk of this flight, I'm just hovering around 50% throttle. As you can see, I'm moving right now, going about 55 miles an hour. I got the wind behind me. It's still a little windy, not as bad as the previous video. And I got my Insta360 camera just set up here in the grass. I was trying to buzz it, and you'll see it right there to your left. Yeah, you can barely see it. But anyway, just trying to see what the plane's gonna do. And we're gonna do some tests. We're going to see how kind of slow she'll fly at what power level. We'll get it upside down. And that's about it. So now I'm flying into the wind, still at that 50%. When you see my amp meter flash there, I have it set because this ZOHD pack is not supposed to really go above 10 amps. I push it past that quite a bit, so it just blinks as kind of a reminder, hey, be careful. And I also got a new battery on the way too from Upgrade Energy, their dark lithium red series. It's the same size battery. It's a 5000 milliamp hour battery. It's a 4S, except this thing can do 20 amps continuously. And actually, I think it even weighs less than the ZOHD pack we have in here. Of course, it's more money. It's like a $100 freaking battery, so take it as you will. So now I'm flying into the wind, and as you can see, my speed has dropped. Of course, I'm climbing right now. We're gonna get some altitude here, so that way we can do some tests and see, what she can do, and that way if she stalls out, goes into a spin, got plenty of time to recover. Alright, fast forward a minute or so. Now we're going to try to see what this thing does when we roll it upside down. And just like it should, it rolls upside down, no problem. It is such, I don't know, it's just weird knowing that those floats are hanging from underneath. And it does what it's supposed to do. So now we need to see if this thing will stay upside down. And there we go. Oh, that's so goofy, trying to fly upside down with those floats on there. Okay, fast forward a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pull the throttle back, and I want to see what my amp hour per mile gauge does. We're gonna pull it back to about 35% and pretty much cut the amps in half. And we're flying into the wind right now. And there you go. So 5.5 amps, 36% throttle, and our amp hour per mile gauge is at, there you go, around 200. Again, I'm gonna have to fly this thing without the floats and see what it normally does. Or if you guys on YouTube can comment what yours does. So yeah, doing about 25 mile an hour. Straight grandma speed right now. School zone speed. And now we'll go ahead and turn and go with the wind. And as you can see, about a good climb and speed right there. And of course our amp hour per mile gauge went down even more because we got the wind giving us a push. There you go. So it seems like she can still fly at an efficient rate. Plane was maintaining its altitude and everything else. Now, I didn't really, pull up and get it stall in this video. Baby steps, everyone. All right, it's landing time. As you can see, I've changed my mode to horizon. I believe this horizon mode is what you're going to want to land and take off with, especially if you're a beginner like myself with landing with floats and gear. So we're going to come up, get a nice long approach to this, make this easy. Of course, my goggle batteries are getting low. They're at like 19%. There's the runway. And we're gonna bring this thing in nice and easy. And honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of coming in hot on this one. Not too bad. So coming down 32% throttle, killing the throttle. Throttle's off. She's just gliding, nice and easy. Boom, stuck it. All right, dude, this thing flies awesome. Taking off, piece of cake. I'm taking off pretty slow with it. I'm just being smooth with the throttle. I would say that once we do this water test, it's gonna take off from the water real easily. I'm just kind of going a little slow because unlike the water, this grass field's got bumps and everything in it, and so I'm just taking it easy. Plane flies upside down, flies great in manual mode. We can pull the throttle back. As you saw in the video, I kind of had it hovering around 50% throttle, which was about 10 amps. Just trying to, test the thing out and see how it would do. Haven't done a stall test yet. I'll probably do that later on. But, other than that, the plane flies awesome. You can definitely tell that those floats are on there, obviously. But I don't think it really, kills the swordfish flying characteristics of the plane. This long wingspan definitely helps. You saw how I glided it in for a landing. The thing is just nice. I really love this kit. I'm going to be keeping these on here probably permanently, and I'm going to use them in grass and water. Got some 3-blade props coming for it. I got a new battery coming for it too. I got a new battery. It's Upgrade Energy. It's their dark lithium. It's a 4S 5,000 milliamp battery, but it can do 20 amps continuously. I want to have the availability of the power on this plane, just because the added weight to it. Even though it's a little, but it'd just be nice to have that extra power. I don't want to smoke this ZOHD pack. So, fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy this video, man. Keep an eye on the channel. Water test is coming soon. I'm just waiting for it to get warm out. So if I gotta go in the water and fish this thing out, my legs don't go numb. So we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.